Hi, everyone. I'm Wiley Blevins. I'm an author and editorial director at Reycraft Books. And I'd like to welcome you back to our Reycraft Read Alouds. For those who joined me yesterday, I read Black Cat, Yellow Bunny, which was a book with almost no words. And I promised you that I would share with you another book that has no words at all. And the book I'm going to share with you today is called A Tour of Hong Kong by Xin Yu Sun. She lets me call her Joyce. I had the great fortune of meeting her in Taiwan, spending some time with her and seeing all of her books. She is one of the most remarkable visual thinkers I have ever met. I know some of you like to write stories and others of you prefer to draw them. And Joyce has this amazing talent to tell a story through all of the remarkable details in her story. So I'm going to flip through the pages. I'm going to give you time to create your own story on each page. I will jump in occasionally to maybe prompt you to look at something or share some information. If you look to the right of me over there, you'll see a little girl with a red balloon, and you might want to follow her through the story. That would be one way that you could enjoy this book. And at the end, I have a huge surprise for you. So enjoy A Tour of Hong Kong by Xin Yu Sun. Arriving in Hong Kong. Taking the train to the downtown area. Can you find the little girl in her red balloon? Getting closer to the downtown area. Taking the subway to a new place in the city. Enjoying something to eat. Can you find the little girl in her red balloon? If you look to the right, you'll see some people making a movie. Hong Kong has a very big movie making industry there. So sometimes when you're visiting, you might run into a movie set. Time for some ice cream. The harbor. This is my favorite picture in the book. I've been to Hong Kong, and these little boats with the red sails are some of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And this picture captures the beauty and the energy of the harbor. Riding on the ferry. This might be a little bit harder, but can you find the little girl? And can you find the balloon? This is Victoria Harbor and the Star Ferry. On the jacket inside copy, it says, boats big and small come and go endlessly in Victoria Harbor. The Hong Kong Walk of Fame is there as well. The Star Ferry is the best choice if you want to tour Victoria Harbor. It is a very important passenger service between Hong Kong Island and Kowloon. Do you see the little girl? What about the red balloon? So this is the tram that you can take to Victoria Peak, which is this wonderful outlook area. And the copy on the inside of the jacket says, the Peak Tram is the earliest cable car system in Asia and a fun way to get to the top of Victoria Peak. When you stand on Victoria Peak, you have views of Kowloon, Victoria Harbor, and the north shore of Hong Kong Island. You have to look very carefully to find the little girl and her balloon here. Look over to your left and see if you can find her. So this is a very interesting area in Hong Kong. Because it is shaped like a plum flower with a mountain in the middle, like a nest, people call the area Mui Wo. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, which means plum nest in Chinese. Historically rural or country, the area used to be filled with rice paddies, water buffaloes, which you see in this picture, and cows. High above the city. Can you find the red balloon near the temple on top of the hill? Time to go home. So, as we followed the little girl and her red balloon, some of you might have also noticed a little boy with blonde hair and a little puppy dog. What's fascinating about this book is if you read it from front to back, you follow the story of the little girl and her red balloon. But it can also be read from back to front, and you can follow the story of the little boy and his dog. So, let's read the book from back to front and see the story of the boy and his dog. And there's a surprise in the middle. Look how close they are. They just missed each other here. Do you think the boy is watching the little girl in this picture? He's already at Victoria Peak. I don't know if you can see this, but I love this little rubber duck boat, the little yellow duck. I wonder if they'll wave to each other. Did you notice this? The first time we read the story, this is where the little boy and the little girl meet, and the little girl gets to play with the little dog. Another reason why this picture is so important and beautiful in this book. What's the little boy and the dog doing here? They're right across the street from each other. So close. And this is where they both arrive in Hong Kong. So this is why I think this book is so remarkable. The author illustrator has written other books, and there is a second book from her that's coming to the United States in the fall. No one has seen it. You'll be the first kids in the entire country to see it. I just want to give you a sneak peek. It's called One Afternoon, and it is also a wordless book. I don't know if you can see this very well, but you'll see there's a top panel and a bottom panel. And the way this book works is that there are two stories going on at the same time. The top panel is the story of a boy who's going about his day, and the bottom panel is his dog at home and all the things that happen to him. Let me just show you a couple of those pictures. And as you go through this book, you'll see, for example, that it's starting to rain. The boy notices that. The dog is at home, and there are some other animal friends that seem to be visiting. And the book continues like that. You have these two stories, and it's absolutely fascinating to see what the boy is doing throughout the day, and at the same time, what his dog is doing throughout the day. And when you get to the end, The boy is arriving home. His dog knows it's time, so he's looking out the window and they greet each other and enjoy some time at the park. This book is called One Afternoon. Be on the lookout for it. I want to thank you for joining me today for our Reycraft Read Alouds. Please go to our website at www.reycraftbooks.com. A lot of you have asked about the spelling of Reycraft. It's Reycraft, not Ray. So please go to the website. If you see any books you want us to read, let us know, and we'll be happy to do that. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Bye.